Let's see if it worked. Right, meow. Too, though. Ooh. Oh, and it did. So hello, hello, hello there. I'm Damionpyro.
And I'm chilling cat.
And this is our Nerd Talk Live podcast. Woo! Sorry we're late this week, but Kat was out of town doing family stuff, and then he had job stuff, and now we got his new days set or days off and stuff on schedule. So we'll be able to do normal time next week, but today it's Thursday. That's what we had to
Yep.
do. We have a right. Oh, okay. So every time we get back to this part, it's gonna kick us.
Okay, makes sense.
Makes sense. Yeah. All right. And away we go for the next class. I like her little pose before she does. Like Deadpool just jumps and then sits down. She does like this whole little pose, little fucking empress pose. Fucking, I like that. That's fucking hella. Anyway, guys, we're gonna come and right away talk about nerdy stuff. First things first. I didn't see it in the patch notes, but I saw a bunch of people talking about it. Apparently, Elsa has already been rebalanced, like 3 days into her existence, right? I was going to cover Monday about her coming into freaking Marvel Rivals, but things had us do other scheduling, right?
Mm-hmm.
And freaking now I'm glad it kind of passed the time because now we got her first nerf already. So apparently she must have been pretty powerful. And when I was playing with her in the test range, she fucking hits. Like her basic attack hits really fucking hard if you get a headshot with it. So I'm wondering what they had to nerf about her because like part of her special ability is that it increases her cooldowns and stuff like that. So I'm wondering what they did and adjusted on her.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but she seems like a freaking crazy character for sure, just from that little bit. Also, things coming up that I heard about before we get into our anime stuff. So I believe it is confirmed that the new season of Fallout 76 is going to start March 3rd. It's going to be the Bigfoot season. Ooh. It's going to come with some balance changes at certain points, and they're adding 4-star legendaries to certain events, including Bigfoot, who's going to be our first 4-star legendary. Who's just going to be like in the normal game, like no raid required type situation.
Hmm.
So you'll be able to get 4-star legendaries from those enemies, which is pretty interesting. I like that little addition. Also, a new cryptid's always nice. I'm about it. We're gonna fight
True.
Bigfoot. I'm down. uh, there's another Rip Daring season, so they have certain things that's gonna be going on. Oh, I've been kicked again. But freaking. Let me find Cat. There he is. But anyway, as I was saying, I'm excited to check out what's going to go on. That's why I kind of have been on the grind a little bit hard, as I'm trying to finish up this season on 76. And then once that season comes in, after I grind the experience to get to score 100, which shouldn't take me that long, freaking, I'll be able to just hop on to do dailies, and I'll go back to playing more games more often. But for
Hmm.
now, I'm just trying to get caught up and make sure that I don't get behind again. Like I'm not gonna take another giant long break from that game like I did. You know.
Yeah.
Why is this random guy up in here trying to invite me to a private? Sorry, guy, I'm mid podcast. But so I think that's interesting. Speaking of new seasons of stuff, coming at the end of this week, we're getting the new bounty pack for Borderlands 4, as well as Pearlescence added to the game at the end of this month. So that's something else to go back in and check out. I'm curious what pearls we're going to end up getting. Or, hopefully it's going to not just be the same old ones we've had before, and there's going to be new and returning ones. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then also, Monarch is coming back for a season 2, and they're going to have Godzilla and Kong in this season. Which I am curious what they're going to be fighting, because from the trailer I saw, there was some new monster that showed up, and they need both Godzilla and Kong to be able to stop it, which is a big change from the little tiny bit of Godzilla we got in Monarch Season 1. Which, if you guys don't know, Monarch is a Apple TV original series, right? Where it explores the Monarch group and kind of like has some in-between like story for in between the 2014 Godzilla and then Godzilla King of Monsters movies. Kind of ties in from there to there, which is really cool. And then this new one, I believe, this new season is supposed to either tie in to the Godzilla Kong movie we just had recently or the next one that's going to be coming out. I'm not exactly sure timeline-wise, but just the trailer looks sick. I'm definitely more excited for this season than I was the first season. That being said, the first season was really freaking good. Like, I heavily enjoyed it. You got a lot of backstory that we didn't know about certain characters and things. And that we get to see the children of that guy who sacrificed himself in the King of Monsters movie. The one who sacrificed himself by the nuke. Yeah. Yeah. It involved his children for the thing. So I find that pretty interesting. And as far as like updates and stuff, that's really all I got for this week. I do know that what was it, Overwatch 2, they just dropped, I believe, 5 new characters, and which is somewhat old news. We talked about how they were going to be, but I think they have dropped now. And apparently later this year they're supposed to be dropping 5 more. So I was like, well, aren't they trying to compete with Marvel Rivals? Because Marvel Rivals did the whole, oh yeah, well, we're going to drop, one every month thing. Which, still impressive. Oh, the carriage has a cooldown. That's crazy. Anyway. So now it's 12 a year versus 10 a year, which I think is gonna probably make, or we're gonna see some interesting competition between the two games, and I'm about it. I didn't say this. I think this needs to happen more often. This is what healthy competition between games looks like. Oh, you're gonna do this for your game? Well, I'm gonna do this for the fans of my game. You know? Especially with 2 very similar games like what we have going on here. So, do you have any news from anything outside of anime to talk about beforehand? Yeah. All right. Well, then, otherwise,
Didn't get to
besides that,
do very much.
oh yeah, yeah, family vacation coming straight into work.
Family vacation, straight into work. Yep.
Yep.
So I didn't get to do very much.
Cats are working, man. Now. Oh, Rose got that job. Let's go. But
Yeah.
yeah, so other than, the fact that I'm going to actually play Marvel Rivals before I go back into Fallout 76, I don't really have anything else to talk about. Oh, and it's Fosnot right now in Fallout 76, so anybody who wants to try to collect them masks, now's the time. Get in there, get them masks once an hour, every hour. But I'll start off with a Digimon Beat Break this week, get it out of the way, and then we can go into the ones that we both watch.
Yep.
Freaking, so this Digimon Beat Break episode was interesting. It was very interesting. First off, it involved human trafficking, which I was a little bit shocked about, but honestly, the moment they brought up a Digimon auction, I was like, wait a minute. Well, in this world, like, the Digimon kind of need their owners to, like, survive in, like, this version, right? So, what do you mean? Like, they're selling Digimon. Like, how would they do that without selling people? Well, nope, they don't do it without selling people. They had the people and the Digimon in cages together, auctioning them off. So it was a Digimon/human trafficking operation. And then we found out it was ran by Clay, which is the ground guy of one of the 5 stars, which is those, really 5 strong Digimon owners in this current iteration of Digimon. So I found that kind of interesting. Even more interesting, that Team Tactics people, who they were starting to make me feel a little sympathetic for, I lost all of that sympathy today because they were assigned as the bodyguards to this freaking human trafficking crap, and they were actually defending it, saying we were just following orders. Like, that doesn't make it any better. You see some horrible crap going, you freaking try to do something about it, you know? But we end up saving this little girl from the auction because Tomuro can't, like, hold himself back from helping people. He's the moment, like, they were supposed to be just coming in and getting intel, like they were doing some super spy crap. The moment he saw people in cages, he was like, oh no, we're freeing all of these people right now. And they were trying to talk him out of it, but it was too late because Geckomon was on the bars of one of the cages just as the cage got lifted up into the auction, so they all got caught immediately. So they just freaking had Wolvermon shoot rockets at all the cage doors, blow them all open, and start helping everybody escape, right? And
Yeah.
that's when Tomuro and this girl the girl he was trying to save, who has her Tinkermon, like little fairy Digimon, it's supposed to be a reference to Tinkerbell, you know. But Raito corners them, and he has Monodramon Digivolve to Rampromon, and he's mad. He's like big mad right now because he's tired of Tomuro always showing up and interfering and trying to stop him, like all the time, because he feels Tomuro is like a lesser person than him, right?
Yeah.
And so to kind of like try to head them off, he has Rampromon shoot his little ice like cascade little thing. It's like a giant iceberg that like breaks into like several ice shards, right?
Yeah.
And freaking the shards are going right at the girl and her Pixie-mon, and that's whenever freaking Kyo shows up, and like he ends up slicing up all the has him and Masurumi, whatever the hell, Masa something mon. I want to say Masamune, but it's not. It's like Masa Sama or Masarama. I don't remember the ending parts. Masa something. Freaking badass black lion Digimon with a big sword. But he shows up, deflects all the ice attacks, and then Raito gets mad because, you know, his Digimon's only a champion level, and freaking he thinks that because he's a genius, he should be able to just Digivolve his Digimon to Ultimate, and we finally get our first Dark Digivolution. And not from who I was expecting. I was expecting Tomuro to go off the hinges and that we'd get one from like Geckomon or something, but nope. Raito forces Rampromon to Digivolve to Azadarmon or something like that. Like it sounded like they said Azudarmon, but it was spelled Azhdarmon. So I was like, what they say and what I'm reading doesn't compute in my brain. Where are you getting the U sound from? But you know, I don't know the language 100%. So like I'm just gonna assume that combination makes the Azu sound. So it was Azudarmon. That's what they said. And he was pretty cool. So Rampromon, like he was kind of like a dragon pterodactyl thing. Well, this one kept the dragon aesthetic, but got a little more pterodactyl. They added like a bone skeleton armor to like the tips of his wings and his head and stuff like that, and like kind of dramatized his body up a little extra.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I'm in the wrong carriage. Where are you at?
I'm on the stairs watching this gameplay over here.
Oh, fish. Oh, damn. Fish wrestling. Oh, are they fighting over there? Oh, shit.
What the heck?
I don't remember how to do emotes. Is that a taser I just heard?
Okay. Yes.
That's crazy. But anyway, so he Dark Digivolves, and he's as freaking Azradarmon is able to basically overwhelm Kyo and everything, and they kind of like hatched this little plan to kind of basically distract the Digimon while he was going after Annihilismon. Freaking he fired a shot, and right when Raito was like, "Man, your aim sucks," well, they realized he wasn't shooting at him; he was shooting at Masuramon, right? And
Yeah.
hey, I think I said his name right finally, by the way. And he uses his sword to deflect the energy blast back at him and hit him in the back, which I thought was pretty cool. But it really didn't do anything, and freaking Raito goes to order him to attack Kyo and Masuramon. Well, he loses control and he fires his energy blast at the little girl, and her Tinkermon gets in the way and sacrifices herself to stop it. And she ends up dying, the poor little Tinkermon, right? But that essentially just like makes the people that are above Raito angry. So like at that point, we don't really get to see the finish of what all happened there. It just cuts to Raito getting yelled at by the guy who was like overseeing them about how he cost Clayman money and stuff like that, and just starts like he's got Raito tied to a chair and he's just punching the fuck out of them and making everybody watch. Like this is the punishment that you guys get for losing us money type situation. So now we understand what kind of situation they're in, because like if they fail, they get the beat out of them. Like he's literally tied to
Oh.
a chair, and this dude just punching the hell out of him. There's nothing he can do about it while he's tied to the chair. It is horrible to watch, but it was like like I'm like semi-sympathetic toward him, but at the same time, like I still feel like they could have stuck up for themselves a little better. But I guess it's the kind of world that they're in, and the team that they ended up joining. It's kind of like be careful who you join. When you think somebody's here to help you, they might just be, you know, turning you into a horrible person. I guess that seems like the little moral of this. But at the end, Kyo is sitting at the little bar where they usually get their jobs from, and the lady who gave them this job in the first place, like usually gives them all their jobs, said that I've got a little reward for you, and freaking Clayman comes through the door and the episode ends, and I'm like, what the fuck? How's that a reward? That's the guy they were just investigating. Like, she set him the fuck up. She's the one that gave him the job to investigate him. I'm so fucking confused. So I'm interested to see what happens going on into that, because I have so many fucking questions now. I thought they were investigating him. Why is he showing up? Is he investigating his own group? Like, what is going on? Like, is she working for him? Is he working for them? I don't know. All I know is Kyo didn't want to be involved with the 5 stars, and here she is, shoving one in his face, basically. So, that's a thing. So, anyway, my thoughts on this episode overall is, like, we got a good bit of information. There are some really good Digimon fights that went down, and we got a Dark Digivolve, and most of all, we got to see more of, just this being a especially dark Digimon universe. Like, there's literal human trafficking that goes down. Oh, yeah, and frickin' the lady from a previous episode where Makoto was dealing with that, like, that girl that had, like, the shadow Digimon that, like, lived in her shadow, and they were trying to, like, steal and sell his Chirrupmon, right? She's also was working for, as far as we know, for Clayman, and she ends up getting arrested in this episode, but they say that was an illegal drug deal instead of an illegal fucking human trafficking / Digimon trafficking thing, because the public's not supposed to know about Digimon. So I was like, damn, so that was both human trafficking and drugs mentioned in the same episode. What kind of world of Digimon are we living in here? It's a crazy one, for sure. Oh, speaking of Digimon, I forgot. B-Gamer sent me a trailer. We're getting the X antibodies to Digimon Titan Stranger, too. There are just a
Ooh.
few of them, not that many. It's probably, they showed 5 of them. I'm sure it's going to be those 5 plus a mystery Digimon like they did with the first 2. they show us the first 5, and then the day it releases, it's like, oh, here's the trailer with the hidden one. Go play our DLC thing. Go get it. You know how Bandai's basically been handling this. But that covers everything for Digimon. What anime you want to talk about next?
Nice. Uh,
Which one you want to start
shit.
with first out of our 3? We got JJK, we got Fire
I guess
Force.
Fire Force.
Oh, Fire Force.
For first. For first.
Fuck. Fire Force, man. That one was a little chaotic, I'll say, this week. Like, holy shit. I like what happened at the end, but through the whole episode, I was kind of disappointed at first before they, like, threw a twist on it. Because, you know, in the very beginning, when they show Kyu getting freaking hit with one of the infernal insects, like, right after freaking Captain Himoa freaking shot Churin, right?
Yeah.
I was like, oh man, fucking Kyo. But then they reversed time and like Kyo, like to before the bug hit him, and I was like, guys, come on, why do you gotta do that to me? Like now I'm just gonna be sitting here the whole episode like, all right, when does Kyo get hit by the bug? When does he get hit by the
No,
bug?
right?
Like, you don't be doing this stuff to people. But I'm glad they put another twist on it. But also, holy shit, finding out that Himwa could have finished off Charon right there if he wasn't holding up Oga. Because he said, sorry, the only way I can stop him without killing frickin' Ogun was to just injure him in
Shoot
this
him in the
way.
side.
Yeah, he said,
Yeah.
otherwise I could have taken him out in one shot. I was like, Himwa, you fucking beast, you. But apparently, that was only while Sharon was fucking a little distracted with Oga. So I think that part of him was vulnerable, because it seems like he can concentrate his defense on a single shot, because right after that, Hima shoots him with that freaking rifle, right? That crazy blast from Season 1, and bro tanks not one, but several of them.
Mm-hmm.
As we now know that Hima's got new freaking barrels that apparently they don't go. They're made of a special material that can stand the heat of his and the force of his blast. So they don't break apart after the first shot. They can survive
Yeah.
multiple. Now we don't know how many because as she's explaining about the new metal, she says, "And now they can last up to." And then they cut off. It's like, how many shots? You were about to say it. And then we cut to freaking Giovanni, right, being all creepy and stuff as
Yep.
He basically lures Arthur away from Vulcan and Lisa and freaking Kyu, right?
Mm-hmm.
Gets them all on their own. And I love how Arthur gets distracted, right? Because at first they're like, Arthur, listen, we need you guys, we need you to stay on point here and not get lost. This place is very complex and it's like a maze in here. You will get lost. Not even 3 seconds after that, looks down the hallway, stare. Because he fucking sensed that
Yeah.
bug thing.
Yeah.
Right? And they're already like, listen, pay attention. He's like, don't worry. I am the knight, King Arthur Boyle. I do not get lost. I was like, oh god, he's so gonna get lost. And then the freaking, him sensing another bug behind them and just going the complete opposite direction. I was like, oh my god, it was so easy to separate him. And how did they notice the first time that he stopped moving, but not the second time? Like, that's on them too, a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all know how Arthur is. You should be keeping eyes on his ass at all times. Not waiting till you guys get like 100 feet down a hallway, find a big giant door, and then suddenly you're like, alright, Arthur, you to fit. Oh shit, where's Arthur? Because that's basically what happened. They're getting ready to tell him to defend the area. And then they just finally realize, oh, he's gone. Which I thought was hilarious. Just like, damn, y'all didn't pay attention at all to this. And then, you know, that's when we get the reveal of, oh yeah, the bug, it was Giovanni this whole time.
Yep.
Bro slipped away. Had freaking Arthur distracted by a tiny bug. And just left a decoy behind. But, we get the reveal from Giovanni at this time that Vulcan's ancestors, basically, the reason why they hid the key and all that after helping build Amaterasu in the first place is because they found out about Amaterasu's dirty little secret. Its power source being a living being. Apparently his ancestor heard her inside the, little vessel thing that they were going to put inside the thing. So he basically put a limiting cap on the Matarasu itself so that they couldn't access its full power to start the Great Cataclysm early.
Mm-hmm.
Which was a huge freaking lore drop, right? I feel like. And then I liked Giovanni's like stuff he had going down when it looked like there was black fire coming out of him in the beginning before we find out that's just a bunch of fucking bugs covering him.
Yeah.
Bro, like he's Shino from freaking Naruto. Although we also find out, after an epic battle, his true form as well. Speaking of epic battle, I was a little sad when Shinra didn't finish him earlier in the series, but I'm kind of glad that we got the stuff we got from Vulcan here during this part, because like we wouldn't have got that had it not been for him surviving there. And like, we get like the little personal grudge Vulcan has against Giovanni. I felt like he was somewhat able to satisfy up to a certain point. Because, as we find out, so Vulcan finds out that Giovanni's controlling the insects with mechanical insects, and he has Lisa destroy said insects, and afterward they see, Giovanni's real body, and melt that shit, because she wraps him in tentacles and crushes him.
Oh,
Right.
yeah.
Oh, yeah. Big time, like, black ooze comes boiling out of his face, but then we find out that apparently he made himself multiple bodies, like Horcrux style, like, you gotta kill every part of him to kill him, and the insect that he put in Kyo earlier turned out to be a way of transferring his mind into Kyo's mind, so now he has Q, whatever, Q, something like that, U, however they say
Yeah,
it.
it's you.
It's got a K in it, that's what fucks me up.
Oh.
But damn silent letters, I guess. But freaking bro's over here talking double voiced and saying all of Giovanni's lines now, and pretty much in the episode with them feeling doomed, and then it cutting to Arthur, and Arthur finally realizing that everybody else disappeared, and that he's somewhere else besides them. And I love the Dragon Quest reference that they gave, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and he's like, oh my god, this must be a saving event. How could I, the hero knight, ignore a saving event? And then it starts
Oh,
off
no.
like little digital stuff. It's like the Dragon's Kinda Quest or whatever the hell it was called.
Oh, try this, yeah.
The fucking rip-off quest name. Also, there was an Easter egg to Soul Eater in the episode. I don't know if you caught that.
No, I haven't.
Do you remember what Excalibur from Soul Eater looked like?
Oh.
That weird
No,
little
dude.
annoying, like, creature thing, the little white creature with the beak face.
It's been a while, so.
Oh, anyway, that toy that you had in the flashback. That's the same creature that Excalibur is in Soul Eater. It looks just like him, minus the top hat. If you would have gave that little toy a top hat, would have looked just like him. So I thought that was interesting. So I feel like when the end happens, I feel like they're showing us all the things that influence the world of Soul Eater into being created. Right?
Yeah.
So I like these little hints and stuff we're getting already. Also, we did get the reason why Sharon's so dead set on protecting Hanuma, because she, ever since she was a little kid, has constantly been hearing all the negative thoughts of humanity her entire life, because that's what her Odola Link does. Now we know why she's so crazy and why she's a bit of a bitch. All she sees is darkness. All she hears is darkness. Like, she can't escape it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, just all day, every negative thought that anyone's ever had goes straight to her. And then we also find out the reason why they've been trying to manipulate reality to the point to where humanity's thoughts can change reality is because in the normal reality, pi is infinite and unsolvable, right? Well, now that they've shifted reality in this state, thanks to the human's collective consciousness, pi is now creatable because they can imagine pi is completable, like that it has an end, essentially. And we now found out that the evangelists set up a long time ago for that end of pi to be the destruction code of the world and turn it into a new sun. So this episode was just chock full of big-timey lore dumps.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Anything in particular stand out to you in this episode?
Let's see. Not really.
Yeah?
It's just, I was watching it on the road, I'm gonna be honest.
Yeah. No, I
I was watching it on a phone, and
I had to watch it on the phone too. So I'm sure there's some details I missed. Well, we got the whole 2
yeah,
minutes of Tamaki and Maki fighting,
that's true.
which is always a weird thing to say. Because, like, we got Maki and
Tamaki
Tamaki.
Maki.
Yeah. That's like you had two daughters. One was named Michelle, and you named the other one to Michelle. That's basically the equivalent of their names.
Oh,
but, but really, other than that, like big lore dumps, some actiony stuff, freaking Sharon tanking multiple fucking giant rifle beam shot things to the chest like they're nothing after getting a side blown open by a shotgun somehow. It was like, bro's resolve is coming through right here to block these shots. It has to be. Otherwise, it doesn't make any sense how he didn't just get one shot there. Especially after him freaking blew his side open. And now he's got no reason not to shoot right through his ass. We also found out that this was a trap for them the whole time. And I'm also hoping we get to see Captain Obi fight, because it looked like he was about to fight in this episode, and then he didn't, and I was so disappointed. I
oh
was like,
yeah.
what do you mean, bro? Obi was right there. He looked like he was ready for action. But no, it's just all Himwa. Alright. Well, if you don't have anything else to say about Fire Force, let's move on to the next one. Freaking, you want to do JJK or Sentence to be a Hero?
Sure. GJK.
Okay. Yeah.
Whoa, lemonade.
You mean, freaking, let's talk a whole bunch and then show a little bit of action at the end of the episode finally?
Yeah.
Because that was JJK's episode this week.
Yeah.
Very talky.
Well, yeah, very much.
Yeah. So, but we did get more explanations, new rules. We kind of got the, thing in the plan. We get them telling Hikari that Gojo got sealed and the principal died, and basically everybody he knows that's nice to him from the freaking Jujutsu High is dead now. So, there was that. Not letting me pull up my emote wheel. Here we go. But, I found that hilarious, just all his reactions. And then when he finds out that, Fushigoro's the head of the Zenin clan now, and just immediately starts trying to suck up to him because, like, hold up, I could get them to make my freaking Fight Club legit. Hold on.
Oh, no, right?
And then I like the little note they put at the bottom of the screen. And then Maki destroyed the Zenin clan the literal next day.
I like Hakar doesn't know about Sukuna.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
they're
know.
every time about Sukuna, he's in back. Sukuna.
Yeah, Sukuna, boy.
Like, who the hell is that?
Right? I like how just because there's all these deals and stuff, and because Yuji ate the things, that's how they figure out that freaking Sukuna and Kenjaku made a deal for him to participate in the Culling game. My thing is,
Uh,
that happened over 1,000 years ago. This man has been planning this whole thing for over 1,000 fucking years.
oh yeah.
Like that's a long time to be body hopping. But I guess if you're a freaking parasitic brain spirit, it's pretty easy to do.
Mhm.
Freaking body hop, body hop, body hop. Oh yeah. Yeah, she is 3-shot with those headshots, by the way, Big Gamer. Also, sorry for not seeing your messages till now. I have been just talking and pacing. I just now grabbed my phone. How are you today? Anyway, as we were going, the
B Gamer's
JJK.
voice. I'm doing very well.
Hopefully he's still here. My bad for
Yeah.
the late replies.
You
My
said
God.
that like I don't even know when you said that.
Yeah. Well, I didn't notice. Bring it up.
I'm
You
doing
know.
good.
Hey. I'm doing all right. Been pretty busy. Excited to play that Marvel Rivals after this with you, for sure. Look at little tiny Jeff.
Yeah.
Little baby Jeff. But
Selling lemonade.
hey, bro, you gotta do what you gotta do. It's that hustle out here. Okay.
Yep.
Bro saw a box full of treasures. Like this would be a good place to set up my lemonade stand. But anyway, as we were saying, very talky yappy episode. Then at the end, I honestly had forgot about this part since I read the manga. That whenever you guys enter the Culling game, it just randomly drops you in one of 9 zones in each barrier. So him and Megami immediately get separated, right? And while Yuji's falling for the sky, I think this is something they added on their own because, like, I remember the airplane head chick and the helicopter guy. I'm having a hard time
Oh,
remembering
those
the third
guys.
guy. Which, the third guy could have been there in the manga, to be real. It's been a couple years since I read it, right? And I only read it through one time. But
Mhm.
I don't remember that third guy, so that part's got me kind of like, shit, what happened right here? All I
Yeah.
remember is that freaking Megami's about to get set up and fucking dicked on, basically. So that's all I remember. And I don't want to say what's gonna happen to him that he gets dicked on, but it's gonna happen. I do know that both of them are lying. Both that guy and the girl, the one that both of
No,
them found.
I knew too. I'm
Oh
like, these
yeah,
are all lying.
oh yeah. No, bro ain't in either of the places they said he was. Like, you can just tell by the way they set that up it's a big ass lie.
Yeah.
Freaking I do like how the helicopter guy, after Yuji punched him in the head, was like, "Oh, you shattered your hand," and Yuji's hand was just fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, like bro was so confident that if you punched his head, it was gonna break your hand. Just to be so wrong at the end, and then get kicked in the balls. I was like, was that necessary, Yuji? Like, you got all this strength, and you kicked this motherfucker in the balls. Like, poor guy, poor guy.
No, no, right?
Yeah. Although I
Damn.
also think their cursed ability is kind of dumb, though. I can make jet engines,
Yeah.
or I can make helicopter propellers with my hair. Cool, I guess.
I'm like, cool. Yeah.
Right?
I'm like, that's just dumb.
Yeah, but it's like their hair and stuff is the only thing that's strong about them, and their head, because like she was able to get freaking taken out of the air by him throwing a fucking rock at her.
Yeah.
Right? He's like, okay, so their heads are strong, the rest of them pretty freaking weak.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I like how his battle IQ's gone up since the start of the show for sure.
Oh yeah.
You know, I'm liking that.
Same.
And then freaking, I was honestly shocked that Panda was just so okay with the fact that his dad died. Like Yuji was even like, Panda, the principal, he was your in. He's like, and that's part of the that's okay, Yuji. Like, I feel like he's just trying not to talk about it so he doesn't get upset because you know Panda's very emotional as a character.
Yeah.
So freaking I don't know. I just found it very like I don't know interesting that in that
Yeah.
situation he was able to keep his composure. I don't know. I didn't really. I was trying to think of a better word to describe it with, but for lack of a better word, I'm
Yeah.
going to use interesting. But I'm definitely hoping that we get back to some action next episode because, like, the big thing I'm waiting for is my boy Yuta to show up and
Oh, for
do
real.
his Cullen game shit. Okay. Like, I know that part's coming up soon. I just don't know how soon. You know.
Yeah.
And it looks like they're going to be adding in maybe some anime original fights. So I'm curious what they end up throwing in
Maybe.
because they were showing off some stuff in the trailer, and I was like, who the fuck are these people? So, like, I'm thinking that we're gonna get some anime, maybe just to make the Colon game a little longer, because you know, thinking about it, the Colon game was like 100 and something chapters, but like, it, if you cut down all the talking and stuff, you could kind of fit like 3 or 4 episodes of the chapters of talking into just like one episode, like they have been.
Mhm.
So that shortens that episode count number, like you know, of potential things they could adapt.
Yeah.
So I'm wondering if that's why they're gonna add in this stuff, which I wouldn't be mad at as long as they don't do too much fillery crap, you know,
Yeah.
and they make it good. That's the main thing. As long as it's good, like I'm here for it. But what are your thoughts on this episode of JJK? What stood out
It
to you?
was. Oh, I mean, it was all right. Of course, a lot of talking, but it was funny at some points.
Yeah, this one made me laugh, especially the Hikari parts.
Yeah.
Like the Hikari parts had me fucking dying.
I like how Megumi isn't like, Yuji. He's like, I ain't like Yuji. I'll kill somebody for that 100 points.
Yeah, he said hey, he's getting them points, bro. Yuji's over
It's all
here
like
like,
that.
I don't want to kill anybody. Megumi's like, no, I'll fucking kill somebody.
Oh yeah.
That's a big key difference in those two. That's gonna lead to some stuff
Yeah.
later, though, for sure.
Yeah. Great episode.
Oh yeah, you know. And you know what surprised me is they don't have a comment section on Crunchyroll, but they have a like and a dislike thing on the
Oh, and the
episodes.
website I use has comment section.
Oh
I just
yeah,
didn't read it. I haven't read some yet.
yeah. No, I was looking to see if there was, but there isn't on Crunchyroll. But they have a
They
like and a
should.
dislike part, right?
They
There was
every streaming app
96.
should
Yeah,
have a comic section.
yeah. There was over 96,000 likes. But the thing that surprised me, there was 639 dislikes. I was like, damn, some people really just be like, oh no, there's no fighting in this episode. Thumbs down.
Oh, I know, right?
Right? It's like, bro, you gotta have story in your story. Like, it can't be just all fucking fighting all the time. Then you don't have a story. You just have a series of fights.
Oh yeah.
You know, I was like, come on now. Like, we just had some action last episode before that. I guess that really some of these parts have been kind of the more boring parts of the season. But at the same time, like, if you think about the previous seasons, we still had downtime. It's not like every episode was a fucking banger fight.
Oh no.
You know, we gotta get lore, exposition, and comedy in there somewhere. So, like, that's why I was perfectly okay with it, personally. But you got anything else you want to add in? Any other things? Because I actually forgot about
Uh,
freaking Megami saying that shit too. That I'm not like Yuji. I'm willing to kill somebody to get those 100 points. He was thinking about killing that girl. That I'm pretty sure Megami knows she's lying to him. Like I fully believe
yeah.
that Yuji 100% trusts the guy he's following. But I think freaking Megami is onto this chick.
Oh, definitely.
Like 100%.
Definitely, yeah. Yeah, that's all. That's all I can think about. That's all I can remember.
Yeah. I think we pretty much covered
Oh, I like
everything.
the girl. The girl is trying to act like a princess or something.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Megami, you gotta be a night.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's
It's
like, yeah,
like if
sure.
you're telling me that, that's the thing. The reason why I think he knows that she's lying to him was the line. If you're telling me the truth, sure, I'll protect you. But like, I don't believe you for 1 second. Kind of vibe that he had going on there.
Yeah. But yeah, that's all I can remember from the show,
Yep,
the episode.
same. All right, let's go on to Sentence to Be a Hero. This one I'm actually excited to talk about because holy fuck did we get action, lore drops, fucking Xylo stopping being a complete and total dick to Torita, fucking
Torita. Yeah.
finding out that
Whee!
there's essentially a multiverse in their world, their universe, because she can fucking summon things from other worlds. Like what? Which has me coming on to a theory that we'll talk about here in a bit when we get to that part. You know, but
Yeah.
let's rewind things a little bit before I get too ahead of myself. So we start off with where we left off with those freaking humans on the demon horses with fire arrows, right? Some very skilled horseback archers showing up and ruining pretty much everything. They took out all the seals that he had on the barricades, so it like ruined the protection that they had. We find out that they have something called, what are they, like Kiax or something like that? The
Something
fucking
like that. Yeah.
big ass fucking buffalo rhino fusion monster things,
Yeah.
right? That they're coming to charge in and take down the walls and stuff like that. Freaking. We also get the reveal that the king guy has some giant fucking energy cannons. What are they called? Like ember blasters or something like that.
I forgot all their dude. It's so
Yeah.
fancy name for those cannons.
I know they have for like everything in their world has some like crazy name, and you're just like, bro, that looks like a centipede.
Mhm.
Right? It's like I don't even remember what Xylo called that thing earlier. I was just like, bro, that thing looks like a centipede. That looks like a giant centipede. But all right, whatever the hell name you just called it. I think it was like a boggart or something like that.
Something like that.
But freaking so we find out that goddesses cannot harm human beings, or like whatever something about how they're made, it causes them a great amount of physical pain. So like, she was, this is the part that freaking had me, is after telling Xylo that later in the episode she was willing to actually call down swords on those humans to help Xylo. Like, and he's just like, no, like that causes you a lot of pain. We're gonna figure something else out here. Like, but she's ride or die, bro. I'm about her. She cracks me up. Right, and we actually have 2 episodes to talk about,
Yeah.
by the way, guys, because I didn't know that.
Oh,
The episode comes out like Wednesday, Thursday area.
Oh, I haven't seen the episode yet.
Oh, so you haven't seen Xylo's fucking fiance then?
Oh, I don't care.
Oh, bro, she's
Go ahead.
creepy. She's creepy. You're gonna like her. She
Oh God.
she got some vibes, bro.
Oh, you can go ahead and talk about it in the next episode if you wanted
Yeah.
to.
Um.
This
Oh,
is for me. Sentence to Be a Hero is all right, but it's not like, you know,
yeah.
I don't know.
I gotcha.
It's something I just don't care about right at the now.
Gotcha.
It's good. I like it because of the gore. I mean,
Oh yeah. No, we got plenty of that in this the episode that you saw. with the demon
Yeah.
blight. When I'll get into that episode or the next one when we get into it then though, but freaking so we're going about our business, trying to get over to the demon lord, freaking getting all these reveals and attacks and things like that, and freaking Terraria is wanting to call down the rain of swords, and he's like, no, hold up, I got these guys, you just save your power for Iblis, right? And
Mhm.
she manages to call down that freaking giant ass, like, mega sword. I don't even know what to call it. The thing was like a fucking skyscraper sword,
Oh yeah.
right? Out of the sky to impale it down, even though it's only going to last for a
Yeah.
few seconds, she said, because she focused so much on size over durability, right? But apparently that was just a
Mhm.
distraction they needed because that got it chasing Xylo, who lured it over to this fucking like pitfall trap thing. What he said they were like weathering seals or weathered seals or something like that. Basically caused the ground to mass erode so rapidly that it became a pitfall trap.
Yeah.
And then she pinned it down with even more giant swords, right? But these ones were made to last longer. And they thought they managed to defeat it by having her impale it with all those swords, and it like spits this tree tower thing out, and the eyeball like launches thorns at freaking Xylo and Teresa.
Mhm.
Xylo dodged his, but saw they were going after her, so he jumps in the way, gets stabbed in the back, right? And then they end up having this like long heart to heart moment, basically, where in the end she's just basically like, listen, if you're gonna die, I'm gonna die. So you better fucking protect me if you don't want me to die, then, huh? Right?
Oh yeah.
The big motivation time, you know.
Yeah.
um, so, they're doing the thing. Xylo's over here throwing all these knives, blowing up, killing a bunch of demons, things like that. That's when Tarita says, "Hey, I can make you a special sword for this, but I don't know how long it's going to last, and you need to make it count. But this sword is a holy sword with the ability to destroy literally anything, right?" So I thought they never said the name of it. I thought it was for sure going to be called Excalibur after the way she was hyping it up, right? That's a holy sword and all that good stuff. But
Mhm.
looks like a fucking gladiator lightsaber. I don't even know what the fuck to call it. It's fucking gladiator style hilt, but like an energy blade that comes out of it, right? And he ends up like letting the demon stab and bite him so he can get close enough to freaking stab it through with the sword. But I swear, when he stabbed it with a sword, he saw another universe because like it kind of like the world cut out, and he was even freaked out by what happened. So I know it wasn't just like a attack visual effect thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I honestly think that sword was connected to whatever world she brought it from, and I think it doesn't destroy what it attacks. I think it sends because it looked like a little portal. Like when he was stabbing it, it looked like a portal to like another world or something like that,
Yeah.
right? And then it just like looked like it got sucked in to the sword. I think the sword transports whatever it stabs into another universe. Also,
Yeah.
now that we're here, I can get to my theory. So if Tarita can summon swords from another universes, they're a goddess that summons people from other universes.
Oh.
Big mind blowing theory, right there.
The fuck? How did you even get that theory?
Oh, I mean, like I said, we got different goddesses that can do different things. What if some of these heroes that are sentenced to be heroes were summoned from other worlds?
uh.
What if that's why the king actually? What if he is actually a king from whatever world he came from? What if that's why, he's so dead set on him actually being a king and that these people usurped him? What if it's not that they usurped him? He just got brought to another fucking world and thought it was his same kingdom.
Hmm.
And now that he's died a few times, he's forgotten where he originally came from, and now he thinks that like he's the ruler of this place. Right? What if
Mhm.
Tatsu was summoned from this other world, and they just had him die so many times that he forgot everything and anything about himself?
Oh.
Yeah, 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 yeah. So, big time theories coming about that. Also, within that same episode, before they defeated the Demon Lord, we find out Tatsu's got some kind of fucking sonic mouth cannon attack, where he literally, I don't know if he screamed and then just attacked and like cut the dude's head off or exploded the dude's head or whatever so fast that it looked like he screamed and his head exploded, because he was on the wall behind the guy after that and dashed into the next guy, but it looked like he screamed and that dude's head exploded. Like a fucking sonic howl. I was like, what the hell? And then, I would not want to find that man in the darkness in a tunnel, because, like, he was over there dashing through, cutting everybody up, and that last guy falls, and he sees him before he closes his eyes, but then when he opens his eyes, it's like, oh, he's gone. I'm okay. Looks up, motherfucker's on the ceiling like he's goddamn Spider-Man or something. Comes down and cuts his head off. I was like, yo, bro is scary. Even the people that were on his side was like, I don't think that's a human. I think that's a demon. Like Tatsuya, even though he doesn't talk, he's definitely sitting up there as one of my favorite characters so far. Bro doesn't need to talk, okay?
Yeah.
Yeah. So all that stuff goes down, Xylo sacrifices himself, they beat the demon, episode ends, with episode ends with Xylo collapsing after the fight. Also, I don't know if you noticed this, when Torita made that holy sword, she turned her jacket into the sword.
I didn't even know that.
Yeah, she pulled her jacket off and it turned into fire, and then she pulled that fire into her hands to create the sword.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I'll fuck us on something else.
What, her taking the jacket off?
I'm like, whoa.
Yeah. It's like, hold up, costume change? And she also, I noticed, had the same kind of black choker. Okay, I never really noticed that because she's always wearing that jacket, but she's got the same kind of black choker that other goddess had. So I think all goddesses have those black chokers. Yeah. So I think that's just like a goddess thing. Like, I think that's part of all of their apparel. Because hers was different than that other goddess's apparel, but it was kind of similar in certain ways. So I think there's like a default standard for all of their attires. Like, they all have to have like certain things included in the design, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But going into the next episode, we get introduced to some new characters. First off, Xylo wakes up and he thought he had died, but they say that they were able to just barely stop him from dying, right? And that they were able to repair him up enough that he wasn't needed to be sent to the repair shop to be revived. So that was good. He didn't have to have a chance of him losing memories. But the guy that was coming in to tell him all of this stuff was the same guy that sentenced Vietnam to be a hero, right?
Mm-hmm.
The guy with the long black hair with a creepy face, kind of looks like Geen from Bleach, but with black hair.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So that creepy face guy was the one that told him all of this, and like he was trying to tell Xylo a bunch of other things, and that like a bunch of people had their eyes on him and stuff like that, and Xylo kept telling him, leave, I don't want to hear any of this, right? And the last thing he told him was like, well, technically, you guys are on loan to this kingdom right now, so you kind of have a vacation, but at the same time, it's not a vacation because there are people here who don't accept Torita as a goddess, and they're trying to assassinate her. So we got that going on now. People trying to assassinate Torita, right? Also, we get introduced to that hero I've been waiting for them to introduce. His name is Jace, and he's a dragon tamer, right? In fact, he's one of the world's best dragon tamers. The only reason he's still alive, actually, is because dragons like him so much, and that the kingdom can't afford to lose him because he basically controls all their dragons, right?
Mm-hmm.
And also, he got sentenced to be a hero because he basically, after finding out how the kingdom treats the dragons, tried to start a dragon revolution and free all the dragons. Also, he is apparently a super badass because freaking him and Xylo are in a competition to see who can kill the most demon lords. And he said that Xylo got so much help from everybody during that first one that it doesn't count. So Xylo's the one that he said, Iblis, the one that you just killed. I'm not gonna, say anything about that. There's no doubt you killed that one by yourself. But I killed 2 by myself, so that makes me better than you. Also, I won our bet. Pay up. So Xylo ended up having to pay him a bunch of money, like a fat sack of fucking money, right? Which I thought was hilarious. So I was like, damn. So bro's a badass. If he killed 2 demon lords solo, I kind of want to see him fight now. But freaking, we then cut to them telling Jace had a message for Xylo saying that, this such and such person wanted to meet him, and then Tarita's like, oh, who's that? And Xylo looks at her and is like, oh, it's my former fiance, right? So they all get sent in. Xylo looks fucking embarrassed as all hell that he has to be here. And then I don't know, she gives me this fucking Morticia Addams vibes, just like the way she, kind of like a crush between Morticia and Wednesday Addams, just like her attitude. Just the I don't give a fuck attitude, and like her eyes even just have that like, that do I really have to be here type demeanor,
Mm-hmm.
Right? And I fucking love it, but they're all conversating about what's going on, and freaking Xylo's like, yeah, well, this is my former fiance, and she's like, why do you keep saying former? That's an untrue clause. I'm still your fiance. He's like, but I'm a hero. I'm legally can't get married. She's like, that's okay. I'm working on getting you a pardon. I'm like, damn, this bitch.
Yeah, she's a keeper.
Right? She's like, nah, listen, we getting married. And she's telling him like all the stuff he has to do because like she's like, listen, I need you to up your game because if you're gonna be accepted as a member of my family. And he's like, what do you mean accepted as a member of your family? He's like, oh, we still getting married. You don't get a choice in this. And then, of course, Tarita's getting jealous. She's like, no, he's my knight. And because he's my knight, he definitely can't be married because he has to freaking serve me and tell me that I did a good job. She's like, no, this bitch trying to take my head pats. I can't have that. Which fucking, that cracked me up pretty hardcore. Right? But we learn that besides the assassins that are after Tarita, right, we also have a more advanced demon lord this time, whose name's Spriggan. And their special ability is that they can take human form. So we have a demon lord that's disguised as a human currently, right? Also, pretty sure we found him right away. There was this guy who I almost immediately was like, oh shit, that's got to be the demon lord. Because when he talked to people, it's like, oh, I learned something new. And like, it was just basic human shit, that they were talking about. So I was like, I think this is the demon lord, guys. It doesn't know how to human. And then, they start fighting the group and stuff, and motherfucker starts stretching his arms like he's Mr. Fantastic on top of having beast claws and shit. So I'm like, yeah, pretty sure this is the demon lord, right? And then freaking Jace shows up with his dragon, right? His dragon's name's Ella, by the way. And they fucking roast every person over there, including the person with the stretchy arms. And freaking they land, and freaking Xylo's like, oh, thank you and stuff. He's like, don't thank me, thank Ella. Tell her she did a good job, right? So Xylo's like, yeah, Ella, you did great. And the dragon just looks so fucking proud, bro. Like she knows what the fuck they're saying. Right? I was like, I fucking love this already. But everybody else is like burning and on fire and screaming and stuff. And the fucking person who was like, oh, this is interesting, I learned something new, comes walking out of the fire, and he's like, dragon flames are pretty difficult to withstand. I learned something new. I was like, that's the fucking demon lord. That's gotta be. Bro's just casually talking while on fire. He doesn't give a fuck. But he ends up disappearing, like, in the flames, because he says, well, it doesn't seem like I have enough blood for this situation, and then he vanishes. So I was like, whoa, bro's powered off blood? Hold up. Like, I'm already liking everything about this demon lord. Bro disguises himself as a human, he's very curious, he can stretch and, like, has super strength and fucking claws and shit. And then on top of that, he's powered by blood. Hold the fuck up. That just sounds all kinds of badass to me, man. But I'm really just hyped because, like, ever since I saw the intro finally for Sentence to Be a Hero, I've been waiting for that dragon motherfucker to get introduced. And the fact that his personality is the way it is just, it's perfect. I fucking love it. Like, bro's cocky, but he has a reason to be cocky because him and his dragon are some bad motherfuckers. I just want to know what he does besides have his dragon fucking shoot nuclear fire breath beams. Because that dragon fire was no fucking joke, bro. That fucking nuked, like, the whole area. So, I definitely can't wait to see, like, more of what's going on with that, because I believe next episode, we are going to be in pursuit of said demon lord, Spriggan. Also, I can't wait to find out more about this world, because I'm wondering if my theories are true about some of the people being from other, universes, other worlds. Can't wait. Can't wait. It's definitely, I'm not gonna lie, until all this stuff happened today, I was kind of getting bored with the story because it's like, oh, we go here, kill a demon lord, go here, kill a demon lord. Other than the action, the story part of it didn't really seem very story-y. Like, the only thing that was keeping me interested was Xylo's revenge thing. Now I have other things to keep me interested. It's like, hold up, hold up. Now the plot thickens. I can get behind this. What's up with these other worlds? What do you mean you're pulling swords from another world? And and all of a sudden it makes her power make a lot more sense. Like those portals she opens in the sky and drops these swords down. Like, I thought they were creation portals. Those could very likely to be portals to other worlds. And all she's doing is, like, altering the size of the sword as it comes through the portal. And, like, making a copy of it or something like that, you know what I mean? But, on the parts that you saw, did you have anything else you wanted to add, Kat? I think we lost the cat, guys. I think we lost him. There's dead silence over here. I think I heard something about food. We may have lost him to some meals.
I'm talking to Dad.
Ah, I got you.
Not really.
No?
Well, the new one I haven't seen yet, but
Yeah.
But
As for the one you did
nah,
see, from what you can remember, anything stick out to you?
no, not really.
No? Freaking, I'm surprised that you didn't have anything to say about how Kivia was handling herself on the battleground. Like, honestly, she's kind of a fucking beast, bro. Like, everybody's over here getting wiped out by all these monsters, and she's just fucking, like, slicing horse people in half. Like, I was like, bro, she's kind of, like, hardcore. Oh, I also forgot another Kivia moment in this new episode. This guy was about to stab Tarita right before they had this conversation with the Spriggan guy. I actually was surprised I forgot about this. Bro, like, almost instantly, bro, the knife's coming down, and you just see this motherfucker's hand get cut off. Like, just fucking severed from his hand, and then you just see fucking Kivia on the other side of him with her fucking putting her sword away. I was like, bitch just samurai slashed this motherfucker's hand off. Holy shit. Like, she out here with a broadsword doing samurai shit, and I'm here for it. Okay?
Exactly.
CBS, Showtime.
But anyway, that's all I really have. Kat, do you got anything you want to add into the podcast this week?
No, not
All right.
really.
Well, it sounds like we got some stuff to do. I got Marvel Rivals to go play with B Gamer, so... at this point, thank you all for watching. If you haven't already, please hit that like and subscribe button, and I'll see you all here shortly. Thank you all, and